My girlfriend left me for a better man chosen by her family. 2 years later, she's losing it seeing me happy. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know this is a bit of a heavy topic today, but I wanted to share something very personal with all of you, something that has shaped my life in ways I never imagined. It's a story about love, loss, betrayal, and ultimately, the power of moving on. I'm going to take you through a journey of what happened when my girlfriend of 4 years left me for someone her family thought was a better man. This wasn't just a breakup, it was a complete shift in my life. The pain was almost unbearable, but through that pain, I learned something that changed me forever. 2 years later, she reached out to me, and let's just say, things had changed. But the real question is, who really moved on? So, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let me take you through this story. I'll try to keep it as real as possible, because it's not just about me, it's about all of us. We all face moments in life when everything seems to fall apart. But the truth is, falling apart is often just the beginning of something new. Then came the day that would change everything. We were sitting in our living room, just like we always did after work, watching a show. But that night, Sarah looked at me with eyes I didn't recognize. She told me she needed to talk, and instantly, my heart sank. You know that feeling when your stomach drops to the floor? Yeah, I felt that. She told me she needed space, but then, she dropped the bombshell. I'm seeing someone else. It's someone my family believes is a better match for me. Pause for effect. I couldn't process what she was saying. A better match? For her? After 4 years? Everything we had shared, the memories, the plans, were they all just for nothing? My world came crashing down in an instant. But the thing that hurt the most wasn't just the betrayal. It was the fact that to her, I wasn't enough. I wasn't the better option. I didn't react the way I expected myself to. Maybe it was shock. Maybe it was just numbness, but I stayed calm. I told her I needed some time to process everything. But once she left, reality set in. I was left in a half-empty house, with nothing but memories of a relationship I thought was solid. The next few weeks were the hardest of my life. I lost weight. I stopped doing the things I loved. I barely slept. I went from a guy who was planning a future to a guy who had no idea what the future even looked like anymore. The hardest part wasn't just losing Sarah. It was seeing how quickly she moved on. She was posting pictures with him, the better guy, on social media, showing off her new life. My heart would drop every time I saw one of those posts. She made it clear that she had upgraded in her life, and I was just part of her past. But the worst part? I saw how her family celebrated her new relationship, how they treated me like I was nothing. It was as though they had always been waiting for this moment, just waiting for her to choose him over me. But here's the thing. I didn't realize it then, but in those moments, I was learning something important. I was learning that my worth was never tied to anyone else's validation. I spent the next few months trying to move on. I threw myself into work, hanging out with friends, and trying to distract myself. But every time I saw her, I felt the wound reopen. But slowly, I began to heal. I stopped obsessing over her. I stopped checking her social media. I started looking at the things that made me happy before her. I took up new hobbies, started traveling, and spent more time doing things that nourished my soul. The truth is, her reaching out didn't hurt me as much as I thought it would. It just reminded me of how far I'd come. It reminded me that I'm not a backup option. I'm not anyone's second choice. Now, looking back, I see how everything unfolded for a reason. The pain, the betrayal, the heartbreak, they were all stepping stones to a better life. A life I'm proud of. And to anyone out there who's been in a similar situation, whether it's a breakup, betrayal, or simply being treated as an option, remember this. You are not defined by someone else's choices. Your worth is not determined by the people who walk out of your life. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Don't settle for less. I never expected that this painful chapter in my life would lead me to where I am today. But now, I can look back and be grateful. Grateful for the lessons learned, for the strength I gained, and for the life I've built. So, remember, when things fall apart, it's not the end. It's the beginning of something even better. And if you've ever been treated like you're not enough, know that you are, and you always will be. Thank you for listening to my story. If it resonated with you, if it helped you in some way, I'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, and remember, your worth is priceless. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want more videos about personal growth, overcoming challenges, and living your best life.